Okay, so it's no secret that I like to make stuff that uses tool batteries. And there's several reasons to do that. One of them being the fact that tool companies have a lot more money for research and development. And whenever they make those batteries, they have to be backwards compatible to work with the lines. Now, I primarily use Milwaukee and Ryobi. And Milwaukee stuff, to do things like this is a little inspection car, by the way, or a blower that has a Milwaukee fan mount on there, or a Milwaukee battery mount on the bottom. To do stuff like that on Milwaukee is pretty easy. All you gotta do is you get the proper fast on connectors that'll either fit into this little groove here or into these, and then you make the appropriate adapters, and you can see them right here. And that works great. The downside to using Milwaukee is one of the tool companies that does not put voltage protection in the batteries. With the exception of, I believe, maybe some of the newer Forge batteries might have it now. And they have another, like a 5.0 that has a shield or something, and it has it in there as well. But the majority of their stuff don't have voltage protection. But Ryobi does. So, when you go to make stuff with the Milwaukee batteries, you have to have, if whatever you're attaching it to doesn't already have low voltage protection built into it, then you have to put a separate board to do that, or you just risk it. You know, if you go down below the certain amount on the batteries, below the minimum charge on them, then it's very, very easy to ruin them. Now, since Ryobi has it built in there, these are a pretty good project battery. They're single cell. You can make all kinds of stuff, with them. Lights, obviously remote batteries, anything like that. My problem here is that the plug-in is a pain to find, the actual power adapter here. So when I made this remote, when I went in here and I made this remote that runs off of these Ryobi USB batteries, I had to pull a separate tool, which it was a glue stick that I wasn't using. I had to pull that glue stick apart, pull that component out, basically trash the rest of the tool, which, as you can imagine, gets really, really expensive. But I got a solution, and I'm kind of proud of it. Now, I got a whole bunch of these batteries. That's part of the reason why I want to do this, because I've got a lot of these little Ryobi USB lithiums. Anyway, whenever I was first trying to figure out how I can make the power adapters, I thought about using copper-plated pellets for like a pellet gun and just making a TPU part that goes in there. But I got a better option. These are the little spring releases that you find in telescoping rods, like on a kayak or something like that, where you have to squeeze it to be able to collapse the rod back down. And it just so happens that those work pretty dang good for a battery adapter. So that's what we have right here. We have our this one's made from PLA, but that little piece fits in there good and tight, and then you can take your Ryobi battery, nice and neat. In fact, on the newest version of that remote that I'm making, we're going to do that very thing. Instead of having the casing where it's all one piece, instead of having this whole assembly, this piece here where it's all one component, we're going to make the main handle part out of two pieces that clamshell together, and then this is going to be the battery adapter that I just made. And that's what we see right here, just a simple little battery adapter. We have our wires soldered on there. There's two of those spring pins up inside here, and then they're held in place by some set screws. And then we can take one of our batteries here. Oh. Put it in. And there we go. Freaking awesome. I'm going to make so much shit using these dang batteries now. Awesome.